Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Today, we're going to dive deep into the fascinating psychology of the hidden self. We're unpacking a really profound concept, why the person you show the world, the one everyone sees, might not actually be the real you. We'll be looking at some foundational psychological concepts that honestly are just as relevant today as they were 100 years ago. Let's get right into it.
So, who are you? I know, it sounds like literally the easiest question in the world, doesn't it? If someone walked up and asked you right now, you'd probably just give them your name, maybe your job title, or talk about your role in your family. But I really want to challenge you right out of the gate here. Do you actually know the answer? Like, really know?
Think about it. What if everything you believe about yourself is only part of the story? What if the person you show the world isn't the real you at all? Well, over a century ago, the brilliant Swiss psychologist Carl Jung proposed what was, back then, a deeply disturbing idea. He believed that every single human being carries a hidden side, a side they completely refuse to see. And his whole theory was that until you face it, you can never truly know yourself.
All right, let's start peeling this onion at the surface layer. Section 1, the social mask, and navigating the everyday world. Imagine you're walking into your workplace. You push through those doors, and boom, you automatically switch on that cheerful customer service voice, right? You smile, and you make sure to say all the polite, correct things to your colleagues. But is that really you? Well, Carl Jung called this the persona. It's essentially the social mask we wear just to fit into society. But what's really interesting here is that Jung made it super clear. The persona isn't fake, and you absolutely shouldn't feel guilty about using it. It's a completely necessary tool for survival and social cohesion. We literally need it to function out there.
But, and this is the crucial point, we have to understand the balance between this necessary tool and its inherent danger. Yes, the persona is incredibly useful for fitting in. Obviously, we need to be polite and professional. But the danger creeps in when you start identifying with it completely. When you actually start believing that you are only that smiling, agreeable person at the office. Well, you slowly forget who you really are beneath that mask. You lose your true identity to the role you're just playing.
And that brings us to our next section, confronting the hidden shadow and what lies beneath the mask. Now we're going to venture a bit deeper into the darker, hidden parts of our psyche.
You see, deep inside every single person lives another, completely unacknowledged version of themselves. Jung called this the shadow. Simply put, it's the part of yourself you've rejected and basically pretend doesn't exist. Now, it is incredibly important to note, and I really want to emphasize this, the shadow is not evil. People hear the word shadow and instantly think of villains, right? But it's not that at all. It's simply the pieces of yourself, the emotions, the traits that you've pushed away because society or maybe your family told you they were unacceptable. Honestly, most people spend their entire lives pretending these parts just don't exist. The jealous one, the selfish one, the fearful one, the angry one. But here's the catch. The more you ignore it, the more power it gains over you. Sometimes it leaks out as this sudden, explosive anger at a minor inconvenience. Sometimes it's a deep pang of envy when a friend succeeds. Or sometimes it manifests as completely unexplained behaviors that leave you standing there wondering, why did I just do that? That is your shadow asserting itself exactly because it's been locked away in the dark for so long.
Okay, let's look at how this internal shadow actually interacts with the outside world in our next section, Why You Judge Others. This is really the mirror of the mind.
I want you to just think about this for a second. Have you ever instantly disliked someone without knowing why? Seriously, think back to a time you met someone, maybe at a party or a work meeting, and you just had an immediate, strong negative reaction to them. But they hadn't actually done anything wrong to you. Why does that happen? Well, this is a massive clue to understanding our own psychological reflexes.
Jung had a fascinating explanation for this whole phenomenon. He believed that what annoys us most in other people almost always reflects something we haven't accepted in ourselves. He called this concept projection. Projection is unconsciously placing our own unaccepted flaws onto someone else. So instead of seeing our own selfishness or our own deep insecurities, our brain protects us. How? By projecting those exact traits onto the person sitting right across from us. It's wild, right?
So it really comes down to this super uncomfortable reality. The flaw we harshly judge in them is very often the exact flaw we completely ignore in ourselves. Sometimes, the person you're judging the most harshly is actually holding up a mirror to your own hidden traits. If you find yourself deeply triggered by someone's arrogance, it is absolutely worth asking yourself where you might be suppressing your own ego, or where you secretly feel inadequate. Now,
let's transition from those somewhat dark realizations toward the uplifting ultimate goal of Jungian psychology in our final section, becoming your real self, the journey to wholeness. According to Jung, the aim of this inward journey isn't what society always tells us it is. The goal of life isn't to become perfect. It's just not. It's not about eradicating all your flaws and being this spotless, completely pure person. I mean, that's literally impossible. The true goal is to become whole, and achieving that wholeness, that requires a radical level of honesty with yourself.
Wholeness means accepting both sides of your nature. It means embracing your strengths, your confidence, your kindness, your generosity, right alongside your weaknesses, your fears, your anger, your pettiness. You simply cannot have the light without the dark. To truly know yourself, you have to bring those negative emotions you've previously kept hidden right into the light and say, yes, this is also a part of me.
Jung actually gave a specific name to this inward hero's journey. He called it individuation. It is the lifelong journey of not becoming someone new, but becoming who you truly are. It's all about integrating all these fractured parts, the persona you show the world and the shadow you constantly hide from it, and merging them to finally find your true, complete self. It's a profound process of psychological integration.
Most people spend their entire lives trying to change the world around them. They change jobs, they change cities, they jump between relationships, constantly looking for fulfillment out there. But very, very few have the courage to explore the world inside their own mind. Carl Jung firmly believed that the greatest mystery wasn't the universe out there in the stars. It was the human soul right here inside of us. And honestly, perhaps the most beautiful takeaway from this entire explainer is this. The person you've been searching for your whole life, that authenticity you crave, it's been hidden inside you all along. But it takes immense courage to find them. Why? Because the absolute hardest person to truly understand is yourself.
Thank you so much for joining me for this explainer. I want to leave you with a final, incredibly powerful thought from Carl Jung to spark your own self-discovery on your journey inward. He said, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. So take a moment and think about it. What parts of yourself are currently driving your fate from the shadows?